You. Y'all jump up in here. Jump up in here real quick. Get up in here real quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all forever. It's Friday. I'm just out, just getting done taking care of business, taking care of stuff I gotta take care of, running my little errands or whatever, you know. And now I'm back. You see the thumbnail. You see the thumbnail, and we ain't done with these frauds out here. You know what I'm saying? Big IV, big four, by the people for the people, and this is now for the real only channel. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. This is not a game. This is not a test. This is the real thing, and y'all know that already. Yep. Let's go, man. First of all, before we get into the proceedings this evening, I want to thank everybody that's been showing support about the spanking that got handed down earlier this week. And I ain't done. I've been telling some of y'all in these chats and that's been commenting. I'm not done. You know what I'm saying? We ain't done with him till I say I'm done with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care. And I established that last time. I don't care. This is the final boss of YouTube speaking. I don't care. And I said what I said. So, you know, I appreciate everybody that shared it and everything else. I just had to let it cook. This stuff need eyes on it. It need to be shared. So I've been letting it cook. And the outpouring of support that I receive is greatly appreciated. It was a lot of engagement on it and feedback. And I'm glad I was able to say what some haven't been able to say or what some were saying and that was getting ignored. So we back with this. First of all, I want to address this before I get back to spanking him. I want to address this lawsuit controversy. First of all, there's many things I want to talk about, and I'm gonna try to keep y'all to an hour and a half. But I want to address this lawsuit controversy that Gregory supposed to have on Pro V. Salute to Pro V. Pro V did a reaction to the video as well. If you didn't check it out, it's called Real Right and Uncut. The Chickens Are Coming to Roost. It's on my channel. It's also a playlist because this ain't new. I've been mashing on him. I've been mashing on him. I got a couple videos on him and numerous hilarious comedic shorts. If you go on my channel under the playlist, Adventures of Stu, where I was smashing on another a hater of mine with cartoons and everything, that's on there. But you'll find several of those. There's one with a Hollywood episode. It's a VC episode. It's a KD episode. It's a Penelope. All that stuff is on there under the Adventures of Stu playlist on my channel. Now, first of all, I want to address this lawsuit controversy. That seems to be a hot topic right now. Him and Pro V got whatever going on they got going on. Pro V carrying it, however, he carrying it, and his reasons for it is his reasons for it. Um, I can't say, nobody can say if his means justify him or whatever he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said last live that me and his first encounter was me asking him why was he doing what he was doing. But that's his business for whatever reason he's doing it. But let me say, first of all, you got to learn the law before you jump out here talking and speaking. You got to know the law and you got to know what's going on. um Pro V, first of all, everybody acting like he unbothered. He tends to act like he's uh, 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 unbothered. I ain't even think about it. He tends to say things like this, and but he's concerned. He under some pressure when he get to sending off fake lawsuit paperwork, because it is fake, and we're gonna get into that. When he get to sending off fake lawsuit paperwork, when you get to uh trying to control what people saying, what kind of information, threatening them, making rebuttals. This stuff you ain't never done. You ain't never jumped on the internet making no rebuttal videos. You ain't never done none of this stuff. Something or somebody got you sweating. I see you sharing other creators' content that's trying to take up for you. You ain't never shared nobody or never was trying to look out for nobody. Rodney B, salute. Appreciate you coming through. You ain't never tried to show love or share or promote nobody. But you must be feeling like you in the hot seat. You feeling some pressure. In my eyes, in my opinion, you sweating. You don't like this attention. You run around Greensboro with a camera on everybody filming their life and what they doing and they embarrassing moments and trying to make like fun of it for your entertainment and for the entertainment of the YouTube people on YouTube. But you don't like when the focus is on you. Now, as far as the lawsuit is concerned, Pro V showed the paperwork. I don't know where that paperwork come from, bro. But it looks pretty, it look play to me. It don't look real. It look fake. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not legit. And first of all, let me say this, right? Y'all don't understand about copyright. Do you know what it takes to copyright? What it would take for him to copyright all that content? Are you aware that he filed copyright strikes numerous times on this man and it's not going through? That YouTube is dismissing it. And you know why they're dismissing it? Because first of all, he's operating in a way to where he can react to it. He has a right to react to it. And it ain't copyrighted in the first place. You know how much money it take to do that? Let me give you content creators, y'all gonna love this. You cannot just file a copyright strike on nobody. YouTube tells you when you file them strikes that is this work copyright? That's why when you file a counterclaim like Pro V did, it gets dismissed. You have to exhibit that this is copyrighted work. This, you know what it would take for him to copyright all these videos? He put out how many a day? Anywhere from 5 to 7 of them a day. Get real. It's cap. That's why YouTube dismissed it. He just sent a strike, and that got they threw it out. Nah, this ain't legit. You ain't got this copyrighted. Now, in terms of, I hate to burst a lot of people's bubble, but in term, Bill Bond, what's up with it? But in terms of filing a lawsuit uh about the content, it got to be copyrighted. And I guess you want to say defamation of character. He feels like his character is being defamated, stuff is being alleged. He can't do nothing. He has no case. The burden of proof is on him to prove whatever is being said about him is or isn't true. Quick detour. It was a time I was at a nursing home, terrible conditions, roof leaks everywhere, so much mold, various types of mold, ceiling tiles crumbling in, residents with oxygen tanks getting sick, and all this. Several employees, me being one of them, reported it to the state and the Joint Commission. And me leaving that job, they were facing some, they eventually got shut down, and they alleged in a report with the Medicare, that I made the report. It was several people. It wasn't several, probably 4 or 5 people that made it. They alleged that I did it. They said it in the report. Now I did. I was one of the people, but my report was submitted anonymously. So how would they know? So I said, "Oh, you're alleging that I did. You're accusing me of something." No lawyer in their right mind, unless he just taking Gregory money, no lawyer in their right mind is going to waste their time filing a case like that. Because what I was told when I went to see a lawyer who had been practicing for about 40 something years, old cat, Jewish cat, he told me, he said, "Listen, as funny as it sounds, you may not like it. It's, you can't do anything about gossip. People can say what they want to say about you. Why you think the National Enquirer and Globe, those kind of you know them little funny magazines that'll go and say, oh, Denzel Washington's parents were aliens. secret details inside. You can't say stuff like that, but you can. Why you think they don't get sued? Why you think that publication has been around for so long? Because Denzel has to somehow prove his parents aren't aliens. How in the hell can he do that? He can't. Now, don't say nothing that the person can prove. In the evidence, the recent evidence of Tasha K saying Cardi B had an STD, I forget which STD she had. Cardi B has to do little but go to a doctor and get tested and show the court proof. Now you owe all this money. The burden of proof is on him. So Gregory can't get mad if people saying he's selling something, if he doing this and that. We can say whatever we want to say. Gregory has to somehow prove that he isn't selling anything or wasn't selling anything. That ain't my gripe with him, but a lot of people on here is saying that. A lot of us got past and might have done some hustling. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my thing with him. But I'm just saying this for the people who are coming at him for that. Yeah, that's definitely he has to prove that this isn't what he's doing. How in the world can he prove that? Is he to hope that cameras have been following him his whole life and he can somehow hunt down the footage and it'll show that 24 hours of his day uh it followed him and he never in there. No, he cannot prove that. Therefore, there is no lawsuit. So we can say whatever we want to say. He has to prove to a court that what we're saying is not the truth. He can't do that. He can't prove that what we're saying is a lie or the truth. Therefore, he has no case. So don't be fooled out here with what you hear and see on this internet. Sometimes people be so quick to make content because everybody trying to throw their hat in this. A lot of people ain't even, you know what I'm saying? They doing it for clout or because they got a YouTube channel, they just giving their reaction. And some people got a legitimate gripe. He might have crossed this person, crossed that person. He tried me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know. But know what you talking about before you speak. That's phony baloney paperwork. He can't prove nothing. There is no case. If he doing that, it's just further evidence of him sending that paperwork. It's just further evidence that he under some pressure and sweating. He trying to silence people. And that's all I'm here to talk about. Well, one of the things I was here to talk about. Ain't no lawsuit. And I appreciate everybody that's been that tapped in, man. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. My whole life, like I said, my whole life I've been standing up and fighting against for right and wrong, and you know what I'm saying. Like I joke around and say on here, people go back and you look at they don't want to go head up with me on here. I ain't trying to be arrogant. You better go look down my wall. You better look at some of my lives and the titles of them and click on it and listen a few minutes. They don't want to go head up with me back and forth with me. They don't want to do nothing with me on here. I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm saying, and I'm saying what I'm saying because I know it for a fact to be true. I know a couple people very close to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else watching from whatever state or whatever. I got personal people that I know, and the information and what was in my head checked out with what's coming out. That's why I said last time I'm not alleging nothing. I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So don't be on here trying to cap for no frauds and trying to wear Captain Save a Hole, wear no cape for no frauds out here. I don't co-sign anything. I don't roll with anything. I ain't okay with just anything. It says a lot about you and your character and how you was raised and what you probably doing, what you into in your personal life. Boy, if I could be a fly on the wall in your house, if I can set up a camera on you, what you into when you co-signing and trying to take up for this? Now, some people I know is just on here making content. They just doing content. I know that. But some people on here is legitly really act like they mad. You can't get mad because people don't like this dude. They don't like him. Anybody who they don't like. So I don't care if he's having some YouTube success. A lot of times people be conditioned to deride anything that they see somebody else doing. If they look at it as being successful or making some money, they got to they condition to deride that person because of what they got going on. I don't care about no money. Money ain't everything. You people think money is everything. It ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? Uh, as long as they making some money, it's all right. No, 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 no. It don't work like that. Was this whole country was built off uh the enslavement of our people. That was making money. It was highly lucrative. A lot of them still living off that money, and that money has been invested and used to make more money. Was it right? It made a lot of money, but it's okay because it's making money, right? Nah. You got a thing called SCX trafficking, where young children and women is being abducted and forced into slavery and of a sexual nature. It's highly lucrative. That's why it's so big. It's highly lucrative. Is it okay because they making money? No. And we can go on and on and on. So watch what you say when you get on here. You do your homework. If you so concerned, I ain't seen nobody ask Pro V. He a content creator. Get him on your channel and ask him why he doing it. Ask him why he's doing what he's doing. He got his own reasons for doing that. But a lot of times people on here be doing too much talking. Everybody need to shut up. Hey, sit back and enjoy the show. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Cause whether you like it or not, these motherfuckers getting it out here. You getting it out here, especially with me on the case. I don't care about this dude, man. This stuttering ass. This dude, but he beneath me. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get me confused. I don't do stuff for that reason. Think I'm hating on him. You know what I'm saying? I called him a coward. He's a coward. Y'all know not too long ago. What was that? That might have been a couple years ago. He got into it. Y'all may not know that because it wasn't on the channel. But you know, him and Tyson had a little spat. And from what my understanding is, he didn't respond in a Gregory fashion. You know, that almost got physical. He didn't respond in a correct fashion to that happening. Did y'all know that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying stuff about him that check out. Y'all may not know if it check out, but he who claims he don't pay attention to YouTube, his reaction to everything going on shows that he pays attention. Could be possibly listening to this or gonna listen to it. He know I ain't lying. He know I ain't capping. He know I wasn't capping about the child you hiding. You know I ain't lying about that. If you any kind of real man, go get that kid. Go get your daughter. Put your daughter on camera like you do your son. You ashamed? Put your daughter mother on camera. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't even paying $50 child support. Put your daughter mother on camera. What you afraid that uh the city of Greensboro and the surrounding counties gonna know that you had a child with an addicted prostitute while they were in their addiction, while they were prostituting? And I guess it got good to you. You know what I'm saying? It must was good that you know what I'm saying? And you threw caution to the wind, and you know what I'm saying? You tossed the prophylactic, maybe if you was ever even using one. And you knock something up out here. What, you don't want nobody to see it? You don't want nobody to know? This remind me of Drake. Remember Pusha T was getting on Drake's story of where is this little girl at? Show us you doing something for this little girl. You got a room set aside in the house for the boy, a fancy little bed for him, games and all this and that. We didn't see no room for that little girl. Now you ain't nothing if you ain't got no relationship with your kids. If you ain't taking care of your kids, you ain't nothing. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got no relationship. Where is that little girl? So before you get on here talking about big anything, and big, if you calling yourself, that means status. Anytime you call yourself big, it's more than just physical stature. If I call myself big anything, that mean I'm the big boss. I'm something major. I'm a major deal. So if you big Gregory, then be a big man. Come on here and say, this my kid and this what I did. If you so real, let us know this what I did. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Human beings interact and they fall in love. Oh, I was with this woman. I fell in love with her for regardless of her faults or what she was going through. We fell in love. We was doing what we was doing. And yeah, that's what happened. Why you hiding it? But you real, you right and uncut. Why you hiding it? If that's your tag and that's what you claiming you so real and so street, ain't no hiding nothing. You don't hide nothing with them people, everything on Front Street, except for what's alleged. But I'ma say what is, not alleged. So why you hiding so much? As you can see, you can't hide it. It's an old saying that goes what? What's done in the dark come to light. So you see what we here talking about. We here talking for a reason. Everything done kicked up, and this YouTube been on fire. I've been on fire the past couple days. You know what I'm saying? Me, Pro V, VC, and several other creators on here. What you thought you was hiding from us, what you the sheet that you thought was over our head, it came off. Somebody hit the light switch on you, bro. It been hit, but it's intensifying. It's people. A couple people done told me you need to try to hunt down this person. You need to try to hunt down that person. And I'm about to actively start to do that. Don't be If y'all come on here one day and see me on camera in Greensboro, don't be shocked. Cause we ain't hiding nothing. We gonna tell it all. If you gonna tell it, you got to tell it all. If you real right and you uncut, real right, if you real and you right, you got to tell it all. You got to put it out there on Front Street. That's my challenge to Gregory. Show us this kid. Show us that you love this kid, this other kid. Just the fact that you sending $50 for child support is a cause for great concern. How you gonna send your kid $50? $50 can't do nothing. Take $50 to the grocery store and see what you get. You can't even eat for a week. You better buy a bunch of peanut butter and jelly or a bunch of ramen noodles. That's the only way you gonna eat. You can't even eat with $50. What even a kid at $50 ain't nothing for a kid in 2026. You feel what I'm saying? And you feel like a man to go up there and pay that money, that don't make you feel a certain type of way. You might as well just go ahead and pay a lump sum, dog. As cheap as that is, that is nothing. You might as well just go up there and pay a lump sum and get that out the way. But you definitely ain't a good father. You definitely don't love your kid to hide them and send them $50. You ain't keeping it real with nobody. You ain't putting in work nowhere with that. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Can we meet him? If Ghost other baby mama should see this, message me. Can we talk for a minute? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know like Joe. You know what I'm saying? I want the details. Since he talking, since he big time, big Gregory. You don't want to admit it, bro, but uh, you under pressure. Pro V got you under pressure. Send me some fake paperwork. I know the law. Everybody talking, you got everybody else on YouTube fool, but you can't fool me. I know the law. How you gonna prove that you ain't out here involved in no illicit doings and selling of any substances? How you gonna prove that? You can't prove nothing. Just like it's a long shot, even with the evidence that he got, it's not concrete evidence to show anything. You know what I'm saying? But you can't sue nobody. So don't stop trying to fear monger and scare people out here on these YouTube streets. He said he gonna give his baby mama 1 million, like Anthony. He must gonna give the little boy mother 1 million, cause he sure ain't gonna give it to that smoker he had that kid with. That's not gonna happen. I could only imagine, man. These kids don't ask to be here. These children do not ask to be here. You don't show one more love than the other one. I don't care if you got uh uh if you don't even have a good relationship with the child's mother or the child's father. You don't show one kid more love than the other one. You know what I'm saying? How one kid got a whole room decked out and you and a house that you say is yours. We don't know if you renting it, if it's Airbnb. We don't know what it is. But come on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we need the proof on that ASAP. Inquiring minds want to know. It's gone on long enough. We want to know. We don't even got to see the child. We don't need to see the child. Children ain't got nothing to do with this. Even though you show your little boy, we want to meet the child's mother. We the people need to know the truth on that. We need you to come clean about it because you present yourself like you perfect, like this, like you got this flawless character. But the tables have turned. Now, if you was any kind of real man, never let nobody use you against you. I would never let nobody use me against me. I ain't finna live like this. I'm just gonna have to come out and say, yeah, I did it. Okay. Once you say that, once it comes out, everything that you've been holding in, everything that you've been hiding, it's like a car when a car drive off the lot and it immediately depreciates as soon as it leave the lot. Soon as the truth leave your mouth about uh stuff that's unsavory that you doing and not somebody else that's doing, once you get it out your mouth, the worst part is over with. It's out there now. Now you can't do nothing about it, so ain't no points in worrying. That's real. So don't tell us no stories and no fairy tales on this internet, because we been knowing. Man, you full of shit. You playing with monopoly money. You ain't in no different position than we is. We may be financing and leasing vehicles, a lot of us. You don't own these vehicles. You trying to when I was bringing up about um how much money you make on YouTube, you making more now than you was when I looked at it a year ago, you know. But all I'm saying is don't try to tell us that this is all YouTube money. You ain't got to make up no lie. I don't know why people feel like they gotta lie. I hate when people just voluntarily lie. You don't have to make up a lie. You can just not say nothing about it. But you feeling yourself, so you want to brag. Man, you ain't the first person to make some money on YouTube, and you ain't gonna be the last. You know how many people is creators you done borrowed and took from people your own self. Ain't nobody hating on, bro. Your whole everything, pull up in chat, everything you picked up somebody else fan base. The style of your thumbnails, how you do your videos, it mirrors Marcus. You do everything Marcus do. So don't be sitting thinking you all that and people want to be like you and want what you got. You clearly wanted to be like other people and wanted what they had because you mimic their movements and their style and what they do. So you can't be real, right, and uncut. You can't be the big man. You can't be the guy. You too had an example and you looked up to someone and you moved in their manner and duplicated their moves. And then you turned around and tried to diss him. You be trying to diss the man. And he don't care. He don't care. No, no, you know what though? I used to say that, P Beast. You said Marcus is a whole different evil. I ain't even used to say because I really and truly don't. But I can respect Marcus because Marcus out in the front. He on Front Street with it. He ain't hiding. Marcus is not hiding. Marcus is out there. You know what I'm saying? This dude hiding. You done heard him tell these people, "Oh, I don't pay. What do I look like messing with y'all? What do I look like messing with these? Do I look like I need to pay? Do I look like I need to mess with these type of women?" And didn't. But the whole time, those of us with sense and those of us that closer to the situation or know people close to the situation know that that's cap. Marcus out there on Front Street though. He at least is standing there in front of us doing it. So I can always like we sitting here saying that's real. He keeping it real. He's slumming, he's smutting, he playing in the garbage, he playing in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't hiding it. He living his truth. This dude ain't living his truth. So yeah, I'm gonna give Marcus that. I'm gonna give him that level of grace. You know what I'm saying? I got to. I got to. Not to get off too deep into Marcus, because this ain't about Marcus. You know what I'm saying? It's about ninjas and bitches, power and money, riders and punks, like Pac say. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? I don't fake no jacks. So let me tell you, for those of y'all that may be here, because a lot of y'all subscribed, you might have heard a piece or the full of what Pro V reacted to. Let me tell you where I'm coming from before I continue. You know, like we know I was a mod over there. He gave me the wrench, didn't ask for it. Didn't like my outspokenness. The same way you hear me speaking now, I type the same way. It ain't no I'm different here, I'm different there. I'm real right and uncut for real. You work a job with me, you know that. You been friends with me, you know that. You know what I'm saying? I speak up and I speak out unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't like that, and he took action that he thought was supposed to hurt me, but I didn't care because I wasn't feeling him anyway at that point. My goal is not to get his channel shut down. I really don't want nobody channel shut down. It may be some people out here that want his channel down. Pro V may want his channel down. Any of these other creators coming at him may want his channel down. I don't really care because I watch the channel. I don't watch all of it, but I watch Hollywood and very annoyed by KD. You know what I'm saying? I watch a couple people on there, and that's it. I have no desire to shut his channel down. Let me say that first and foremost. I don't like the way he treat people. I don't like the way he deal with people. I don't believe in his whole mission. I seen another creator say that perhaps like the way people are that he's dealing with, you got to talk to him in that manner. And I don't agree with that because talking to somebody in that manner ain't gonna never help them. Verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. If you talk down and belittle somebody, how that's gonna make them their situation better, make them feel better about their situation, motivate them. You beat them down. If anything, they want to go off and get high again now because they feel worse about their situation than they did when you opened your mouth. I can look at some videos and see him talk to some people. The way he talked to them, the way he cut them off, don't take how they feel into consideration, come off as judgmental more than trying to help. I can look and see in them people's faces that they mood looked like it went sour. You can look at some of the people's faces and see that the unhappiness on their face grows as the video progresses. They're being humiliated. You as a person, y'all as people who not the ones that's out here with the addiction that's being interviewed, that's on the skewer on Front Street for the world to see, you just watching from outside. Imagine how these people feel. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think somebody gonna hear you, anybody that's trying to help someone on drugs, when they go and they talk to somebody, they talk to somebody that can identify, somebody that's there to listen, somebody that's there to give advice and listen. It's a dictatorship with him. He get in front of these people's face and just get to talking and telling them their story. Oh, you look like you're high right now, and all this and that. Like, yeah, we know they high. Ain't no points in telling them that. You know what I'm saying? You don't think they thinking in their own mind as good as that high feel? Yeah, I'm high again. I want to get off this, but I'm still high, getting high. I'm high again. You know, what you think? You know? So, man, just look, pay attention. You think that some of these people be happy? You got some of them that just, it's different levels to the people that he's interviewing. You got your class of people that just unapologetically don't care and ain't trying to help themselves. So they can go up there and do an interview and be happy and laughing with him while he doing it, even though they really don't like him, but they just laughing and happy, like your KDs and all these people. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the people that visibly are upset when he's talking to them, like your Marleys, your Rochelle. You can tell they ain't feeling what he talking about. And the people that just really don't like him is the people you don't see, or the people that done fell out, that just wasn't gonna go for it. Like the little, what was her name? Shada Little, what was she, Spanish or something? The one that had the female that was pimping her. That didn't last long at all, because some people just ain't going for that. So ain't nobody hating on this dude. Look at the proof of this. It's coming from too many directions. It's coming from too many directions. So don't get on here like this is sour grapes and we all just everybody just formulate that because he doing good on YouTube. Okay, well, you know how many channels we can go on with people that's bigger? You saw when I posted, I took it down because I kind of lightweight considered it doxing. But I went on Social Blade to show what he made and everything like that. He had a C minus grade, and his rank was like 300 something. That means it's a bunch of other creators that's more successful than him. Now, out of all them 300 something thousand people that's more got a more successful channel than him, you mean to tell me we can't go hate on them if we dare strictly? Why are we so invested in the little chump change he earning? If that's the case, like some people is trying to put forth. No, these people got legit gripes and really feel a certain type of way about what they seeing and what they experiencing. They may have had backgrounds like that. You see that often enough. People in his comments say, "Yeah, I used to be like that. I used to deal with that. I'm this many years clean." He has no clue, and he's saying he want to start first of all with your background and with what you into. You can never have no type of drug treatment. You don't qualify, brother. And you don't need to do that. That's not your calling. That's not your path. You don't even know the first thing about addiction. You don't even got no compassion. I think if you're gonna be in that line of work, you need to at least be capable of having some real compassion. You need to have a listening ear. You need to have be able to be sympathetic. You need empathy, and you lack that. You got no empathy. Like I said, I'm all about the real and being truthful. Get on here and tell us I'm about the money. See, you done bought a block mentality to the internet. We know you just here for the money. You ain't got to put on no front for us. People are clearly entertained by the content. So you ain't got to lie. You volunteering a lie. Like I said, when I first started this channel, I was going to do something similar, but I didn't like how I started. So when I was getting ready to do it, I started seeing so many channels pop up like Marcus's channel, like interviewing people who were in their addictions and homeless on the street. So I kind of put that on. I don't think I'm gonna ever do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was that was what I was gonna do. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I'm out here. I would hope that I can help somebody, but I know I don't know much about helping someone that's in that condition. All I know is to not be an enabler, not help them be in that position. That's what I know best, not to enable someone who's in that position. So no, had I done that, had I chose that route and made that type of content, I wouldn't have been on there saying, "Oh, I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help you get clean. I'm trying da 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 da," and portraying myself a certain way. I would have strictly been there for them to tell their story, and that's the way that people are gonna get help. When they go to a rehab, it's other people like them telling their story and someone listening, and it's someone professional who knows what's up. And in some cases, they might have had a background like that they dealing with. You just a person off the street, and you don't got that much. Well, all right, one take. You don't got that much knowledge on what you doing to be trying to embark on it, man. But if you, but who knows? Who knows? I ain't gonna say I know you. You may. It's hard to say that knowing what I know, but on some level, you may be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and want to help somebody, want to do for somebody. At some point, you got to start doing the right thing. Little ghost. Now this is a man talking for real. One man to another. At some point, you got to start doing the right thing, bro. It ain't for you, bro. Just make the content, bro. We don't need to hear. You don't need to pretend to us that you're trying to have a treatment facility. You don't need to tell us you trying to help these people. You don't need to tell us that it ain't about the money and you just turned over a new leaf and trying to do something good. You don't need to tell us you the man. You don't need to try to convince us of that. You don't need to try to convince us of the type of women you deal with. You don't need to do none of that. You don't need to volunteer it because it's already out there, the cat out the bag. We know what we know. Now, shall we continue and just make content? But you definitely need to change how you deal with people. You the type of person gonna create enemies anywhere you go, not just on this YouTube platform. I'm willing to bet in your real life in Greensboro, a lot of people around there don't like you. That's what happens sometimes with a dealer. Some dealers be some of the worst people that I've encountered. I got a past history myself. Some of them people be some of the worst people that I've encountered, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't carry that everywhere you go. I'm sorry about these comments. I used to think he played dumb in front of the camera. Right. Look how he did Stephanie. She is cleaning because she clean. He told views too low, but he claims yeah, right there. If you're trying to help people, then the hell with the views. You trying to help them. Like I said last time, YouTube recommends the long forms be 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, somewhere up in that area. Unless something juicy going on or it's some drama or or it's a woman that he liked the way she looked like Amy or something and he flirting, when them videos hit 8 or 9 minutes, no matter where they at, they could be talking about the most heartbreaking, heartfelt moment, the the when they was at they rock bottom, whatever, he will interrupt them and say, but anyway, I'm gone. Go ahead and tell the people why they shouldn't choose the life. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. mid-story while they pouring their heart out, but you there for them. If you there for them, you there just to listen. They got the floor. Why you cut specifically? Because, oh, let's do this video until it reach a certain time mark and cut it off. I don't care what you got to say, how you feel. I got what I needed. Bye. Take these funky few dollars. I'll see you later. You got my number. When you want some more money, call me. That's helping somebody? Let me know. Put a one in the chat if that's helping somebody. You might be helping them because you might be putting something in their pocket, or you might be helping them in a bad way by putting something else in their hand. But that's not what we got in mind. Those of us that's really watching the channel to see something. I've been saying since I've been following it, I was like, man, I just want to see one person really come up out of this and do good and be a success and turn their life around. But they don't stand a chance in hell dealing with you, and we're not gonna know, because if one of them ever, who knows what's gonna happen for Stephanie, or what may happen with Mike if he truly is clean. He may turn around and join the church and become a pastor or something. You know what I'm saying? You never know what path may go, but dealing with you, we ain't gonna know what happened with him because you're not gonna shine the light on him if it ain't to your benefit and you don't feel like the numbers is gonna be there. So am I ever gonna see that? Yeah, first red flag. Cut him off. That was the first red flag. They get no nothing. When they get up in that 8 or 10 minute range, you better land, because that video is over. Now let it be some drama. Let it be something sexual, or something with some drama or argument. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody business being told that you don't mind they business being told. Or some dirt, something making somebody look bad. You know what I'm saying? You'll keep it rolling. That's how we get the 10, 12, 14, 30 minute videos, stuff like that. When it's like that, when it's drama. But I notice somebody talking down on VC, you don't cut them off. Somebody talk down on KD. KD good. KD my partner. Somebody talk about VC, you let it go on. You got picks and chooses. 48 minutes. Man, please double tap on the screen for me if you didn't do so already. I'm trying to get at least 30 likes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that camera is, hey, prime time. When he is in that trailer, it's no limit. We might get a movie. Actually, he can make a movie with the last every 5 videos in that trailer qualify as a movie. A movie, what, hour and 20 to hour and 30 minutes long at its shortest. A lot of y'all don't know, but it's a length for a documentary. I think once something gets to an hour and 25 or an hour and 30 minutes, it's no longer like, if it's under that, it can, like, a documentary has to be under a certain level, because if it gets to like an hour and a half, it's like a movie. Every 5 videos he do in that trailer qualify as a movie. We got movies in that trailer, but everybody else who really got a story, you know, you may see him 3 or 4 times, and then you don't see him because he deems them to not be worthy of profiling because of the YouTube numbers. So everything that you saying is the total everything. The moral of the story here is that everything you're showing us is the opposite of what you're portraying. Everything you're trying to portray is the opposite of what we really see. So you got, either you think you that smart or you think we that stupid. One or the other. You think you that smart or you think we that stupid. That's what pissed me off. The fact that he telling them to turn around and always doing better. Right. He was behind. They was behind Crystal. Had Crystal on the mattress, shaking, the other night. I hope the best for all that, but I'm just there for the coonery. Yeah. And that's fine. That's keeping it real. If you there to see the coonery, you there to see the coonery. He's with that all the way. We can say that he's with the coonery all the way. But don't act like you ain't. Don't act like you here for a real reason, like you here to make a breakthrough or change somebody's life. Don't tell us that. You here for a check and for the coonery. And this is YouTube. That's fine. But we ain't gonna do no pretending. He like to pretend. He play pretend. And people who play pretend do so because they real life ain't good for them. Who they really are as a person does not sit right with them. You ain't happy with who you really are. Gregory ain't good enough for Gregory. So Gregory got to pretend. Gregory got to be who he think the world gonna look up to, who he think the people in the street gonna look up to. I was done when they had that baby in that trailer with her. Oh, I didn't see that one. I didn't catch that. Yeah, the old baby need to be in there. Yep. Like I said, I ain't no telling what that dog think. You know what I'm saying? The dog just in there like that dog don't even he ain't even living the life of a dog. That dog don't got no type of enjoyment out of life. He just in there surrounded by smoke fumes and in the midst of the smoke. You know what I'm saying? He just in there inhaling fumes. You know what I'm saying? And he can't do nothing. Raising hell in there. So yeah, that's how it goes. That's what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with having uh some standards about what you taking in. You got to monitor what you taking in. We consuming this content for whatever reason we consuming it for, Derek. For whatever reason we consuming it for. Like Derek just said, he there for the coonery. Some people there just to laugh and there for the coonery and you know what I'm saying and everything like that. Some people there because they really want to see a breakthrough. Some people there for motivation. People there for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's all right. It's all right. But people are allowed to have a problem with what it is they're consuming and taking in. I shouldn't, and it's not as simple as saying don't watch the channel. I should be able to watch something and it be decent, a level of decency. A channel can be ratchet, but have a level of decency. This seems to be all the way bottom of the barrel, no decency. Sex, lies, and videotape. That's what it is. And smoke. You know what I'm saying? So an awful lot of smoke. Man, I call you got that dog in hell in them fumes. I call the dog with a PETA or whatever them people PETA. Remind me of the ninja in the hood who be in the trap messing with it. Yeah, that's what he is. That's what he is, Tracy. And it's a lot of them. That's why I be telling females like like females. You know, you got females in the hood that like to target uh people in that line of work. And I'm like, listen, no, you better know what you dealing with. You better know what you dealing with because it's a lot of those in every hood. And not every dealer is from the hood. It's a lot of those, it's a lot of dealers that engage in that type of activity. It's there. You got three different types. And we gonna talk about the hood here. For those of y'all that ain't from the hood, those of y'all that might not never hustled or never, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you in the hood. You got three. A dealer is gonna get approached with the proposition of those type of encounters all the time, and it's gonna be from three different types of females that is gonna approach them. One type is the ones that just want to hang around because they know the dealer has money and it can entertain. He can lay out a nice baggie of smoke or whatever else they may be into. He might have bottles of alcohol. He can take them to the club and go to the VIP or something. He can entertain. They just want to be, I guess I hate, for lack of a better term, groupies. They just want to be in the midst of that guy or that person who's dealing because they got some clout and status in the neighborhood. They're seen as somebody. So they want to affiliate themselves with it. And they can have status and go around, oh yeah, I mess with him. Oh, I messed with him before. I used to mess with him. Oh, one time I hung with him. They tell them stories around the hood like it's the best thing in the world because to somehow they can get some clout off it. So you got those that'll hang around and do whatever of a sexual nature just to be in the midst of that. That can be more considered, like I said, a groupie. Female number two is you got women out there that's paper chasers and they about their money and they want their money and they gonna get their money. So it's like, look, what's up? Yeah, we know you got it. We about whatever. You know what I'm saying? They might be scammers or trying to steal from you or get you robbed or whatever too at the same time. So one would want to use caution, but at the same time, they there. A lot of them ain't. A lot of them is just really like, look, we about that. You know what I'm saying? We'll do whatever. It's two of us, one of you. We'll both do it. But we need that bread. Run us some money, and whatever price they put out there, if he willing to pay it, he willing. He willing. He is. He ain't. He ain't. And the third type is the user. That's the third type of female. I don't care if it's Coca-Cola in a powder Coca-Cola form. I don't care if it's a um, put on a stove and cooked. I don't care if it's the big H. I've heard, and it's not just the hard stuff. I've heard of women with alcoholic dependency engaging in stuff like that. Um, Trees, weed, that too. Any type of user that's highly addicted and doesn't have it at that time is willing to engage to get it. They ain't trying to be going without it. And those are the three. So the average dude in that line of work is either entertaining all three of those types of females or a combination of one or two. Pretty much all of them are entertaining the ones that just want to hang along and will do whatever and please him in that type of manner. Just a groupie type that just want to be around. All they really need is some bud and a bottle and things like that, or a nice location, a house or a bar or something like that. Almost all of them will do that because it's free, pretty much. It's on the house. Might just got to buy a couple drinks. But it's very few that's just engaging in that one, just engaging in it. So just know that, and that's my advice for any female, of one out there young enough listening to this and might hear that. You better know that. So you never know. They may be encountering someone and you know and not protecting themselves and that person they encounter and that they not protecting themselves could be sharing needles. You never know. So it ain't the smartest thing to do is to try to target them type of people in that line of work. And I'm gonna just leave that like that. Turn that TV, Aki John. Turn that TV. You can't say that. Ooh, you fresh. Oh, okay. Remind me of something on TV. Right, right, right. Scripted interviews. Oh, I missed that part. Yeah, you right, Bill Bone. Scripted interviews. Yeah, we getting that too. It ain't like I said. It ain't no standards on Gregory channel. Scripted interviews, made up scenarios, and everything else. He need to go ahead and copyright it. It ain't no different from a reality show. It'd be an air of truth in some things, and the rest of it is made up. It's a lot of capping. Oh yeah, you right about that. I know y'all tuned in and y'all watching right with me. Double tap on the screen and hit that like button. Big IV, Big Four, by the people for the people. And this is the For the Real Only channel. You know, hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. Like I said before, it's not a game, it's not a test, this is the real thing. Yep, it ain't no different from any other reality programming that you check out on a regular basis. No morality, low morality, no morality at all, any old thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And to be and not to like, bro, really and truly, we all sitting here waiting for these people demise. We waiting for these people demise. He just delivering it to us slow because he ain't trying to help them. He say he trying to help them, but he really ain't trying to help them. So by default, we kind of just watching to whatever they downfall, their eventual downfall is. Like we saw Chief, like I said, Chief just whatever happened to him because his last interview he was sitting on the, he was talking to that hotel that Gregory was at. He was talking to him standing on the thing, and I believe KD was over in the neck. That was the last, and then next thing you know, he went. He had that woman car already, so they reported it stolen, and then he just did all kind of other stuff, and so that was his downfall. I don't even know whatever happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Or if he got sentenced or what. Then we saw what happened with Jessica, and then we see several people that have been on there checking out lately. And I got a feeling within the next 6 months to a year, it's gonna get a lot worse. It may be two or three major people on there, and I hate to say it, but I don't see nothing else for him. Rob said he get paid more when he cried. He did when he said that. I didn't catch that either. See, I'm glad y'all in these comments because I don't catch everything. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of their families are local, so I wonder why they don't get them help. You know, could be trying. You know what I'm saying? Could be trying. But people gotta want to help themselves. I know that too. People gotta want to help themselves, you know. But the thing that's crazy about like I ain't gonna say he tried to act like he's Superman. I can't call him Superman, and I know they have to want help before he can help them. But he claimed he's Superman, so he should be able to help them. But the thing is, he not Superman, and he not really trying to help them. A lot of them look up to him. Like I feel like VC look up to. I feel like if he really wanted to, he can go over there and say, "Look, man, you ain't doing this no more. I got you. You know, I got a couple dollars. You can rap. You say that's your dream. I want you to do this and go get yourself clean, and you can get anything I got. I'm gonna invest in your career, in your music." A lot of them dealers did that back in the day. A lot of your favorite rappers, a lot of record labels you will be surprised how they came about. Because the dealers and the street guys has always been in the music industry and close to Haitian Jack was around Madonna, messing with Madonna. Like they've always been there. So I feel like if he really wanted to, he could snatch VC up and VC will follow him. He could do more than what he do. But for it to happen, he has to wake up one day and it not be all about him. And that's the battle right there. He has to wake up one day and it not be all about him. He think it's all about him. She felt like 40 was it enough, then they have to split the money. Right. Marley mom said he was on it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he definitely sketchy with that pay. But see, it's just coming to our well, maybe, most people it's just coming to them more recently. But I've known for quite some time now, like I said, from knowing people out there that they wasn't getting, and then VC shed light on that. I got an interview with myself and a couple of other creators that I'm cool with on YouTube. Um Ty Ty got so many channels. It's called Dr. Chocolate YPHD, and Monty, who y'all see in the chat if y'all be around here. We interviewed VC and he talked about his life and he broke down crying and everything else. And that's on my channel. It's about an hour long, and it's an excerpt from a 10-hour live we did. You know, most people found a lot of people found out from that video that they really weren't getting paid. But I knew before that them people is not all getting uh $40. It's almost impossible when you look at it, because if you look at what he bringing in a month, what he averaging, because Social Blade gives you, like I pointed out when the short I deleted, for the few of y'all that might have saw that, they give you a range from a low end to probably the high end of what he might have earned in a given month. To and that, then you got that 400 something dollar. That probably was in the beginning of something, and you go to the average of that. You know what I'm saying? So he probably anywhere in the 3-4 thousand range. It's impossible. As you can see, he put out, like I said, anywhere from 4 to 7 of them videos a day. How he gonna give everybody $40? So in 2 days, he's giving out $400. And if it's multiple people in the videos, even more than that. He wouldn't be making no money on YouTube. The whole money would go to paying. He wouldn't be. He ain't make. He ain't generating that much. Trust me. It's really not possible for him to pay her. So common sense to tell you everybody ain't getting paid. I do that anyway, because anybody that's familiar with people with addiction, you can get people with addiction to do some things for very cheap. If it's of a smutting nature, that's why he doing, because he getting his rocks off of 10, 20, 30, $40 with these women. That's why he doing that. You can have a problem with your car that's gonna cost you $200 or $300 or $400, $500 to fix, and if you find an addict that's a mechanic, that can turn into $100 job real quick. That 4 or 500. You know what I'm saying? I remember I needed a grill. I had one bought me a grill. Went to Kmart and got it. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Came with it. You know what I'm saying? Here, big giant cases of wash laundry powder and other things. Plenty of things I've received from them. So you know how it go. You need your car wash. You might get your car washed for $3. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, they definitely had got deals for you. You know what I'm saying? When they out there, they trying to get what they need to get what they get. They ain't trying to price high. Because you price high, you may not get no customer. So they do stuff for the low. You know what I'm saying? So 14 plus, I seen 140K. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's impossible for him to pay. Imagine a situation, you go in that trailer and everybody talking. So you all off the bat, you got Crystal don't even be trying to be bothered. A lot of time Crystal be off in the room. He be going in there and messing with her, trying to get everybody on the camera. I got my tire cheap for $10. I know that's right. Yeah, got a lot of deals when you you know what I'm saying? A lot of deals. That's one thing I may be wrong for saying that, but I love that about them. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can get a bargain and a deal, and and them prices ain't inflation. It's inflation proof and everything. A smoker is inflation proof. I don't care how high stuff go up. $10 is a good price for the any in the 10 and 20 range. You know what I'm saying? You in the money. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? All y'all have done it. Yep. Bet I bet I knew a girl in Florida, got her an apartment and had all new furniture in every room for her kids. Man, that stuff that she bought that stuff, man. That man moved all that stuff in the house by itself, and by the end of the day, had put together every last bedroom set and assembled everything, and did all that for $50. I'll never forget it. You can't beat that. So you had a moving. Imagine if you had to pay some movers to move the furniture in the house. You know what I'm saying? She saved a lot of money. Yeah, oh, beer too. The beer is the bonus. You'd be so happy to have it done. You go, you want something to drink? You get hospitable. Oh, you want some? I'll get you. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you go up in that house, man. You off the bat, you got three, cause Mike over there. So that's 120 right there. Then Crystal get to talk. That's 160. Now you got old OG Udi in the building. That's 200 right there. Man, ain't nowhere in the world. He worried about people getting low views. Like I said last time, you better just do a longer video and do two parts to it or something. Break it up. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't do it but 6 or 7,000, then squeeze it in two videos. You know what I'm saying? And then that's just the initial first few days what them videos gonna get. As time go by, them videos gonna get so many more views. Napoleon, what's up? That's my brother. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm just on here, man. Debunking, talking about this clown and debunking some myths about a lawsuit. Man, that man ain't got no case on nothing. People can say what they want to say about you. That's just the truth of the world. Like the saying go, they talked about Jesus. You exempt from being talked about. People can talk about you and lie on you in the public space and anything. If you can't prove that what they saying about you ain't the truth, then you got no case. It's impossible for you to prove that you don't sell anything because we don't know what you do. And it's 24 hours in a day. And who knows how many of them you up. So how do we know that? No case. Double tap on the screen for me. We almost at 30 likes. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that's tapped in, man. Like I said, go check out the Adventures of Stu playlist if you want to see some funny uh shorts. We got a episode with him in Hollywood. We got an episode with him and Penelope. We got an episode with him and VC. You know what I'm saying? I've been. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. I've been clowning him. I'ma stop when he stop. When he stop the stuff he do that I don't like, that's when I'ma stop. Cause I know I didn't do it wrong. I didn't do him wrong by telling you the truth. People do not like the truth. People would rather you tell them a lie. People do not like the truth. He don't like the truth. And I'm meeting so many people just from the live I did Monday that's saying like, yeah, he did me the same way. He did me the same way. Want to be people want to be stroked and coddled and held and oh you so real right and uncut. You can talk to people any kind of way, but you can't stand for nothing to be said to you. That's crazy. You ought to have thick skin. Because a lot of people be harsh like that and they tone and the way they deal and speak to people because of what they had to go through or what they endured. You know what I'm saying? So you ought to have very thick skin. And I know a lot of people don't like you. It's not possible for you to be well liked. It's not possible. So yeah, next time you come on this internet, Gregory, when you come on this internet, you know them cancers be sensitive. Oh, I didn't know was he a cancer or not. He need to sit down somewhere. I know that. But next time you come on this internet, we don't want to hear nothing else about your past and how much money you was making or how you big this and people beneath you and they little this and you so and all you the man you all we don't want to hear none of that, man. We want to know about we want to see the child mother, that the child that you hiding. So we don't want to hear nothing but the real from you, since you say that's what you is, since your channel is based off that's in the title. We want the real. You say you real right and uncut. That means this is it here. This is the truth. This is it. Unapologetic. Yeah. Give us the real. What's up with that child you hiding? Why that child ain't in your life? Why they don't got a room? Why that little girl don't got a room in your house decorated? Why you only sending $50 for child support? Why are you ashamed of the child's mother? Because you had a carried on I don't know if it was romantic or if it was purely sexual, but you carried on a relationship with this woman as she was in her addiction and a prostitute and got her pregnant and had a child by her. You ashamed of that? You wasn't ashamed when you was doing it. That ain't real. That ain't right. Yeah, I see that. You know we was due for one of them to come in. I'm surprised that was the first one. One troll in an hour and 20-minute live. That might be a record. Yeah, so when you come back on here, get that right. Let's talk about that. But you under pressure. Pro V got you under pressure. Pro V got you sweating. All these content creators that's chronicling this and reacting to this got you under pressure. For whatever sector is that this is forming, because it's a sector that's coming of this. Because a sector is simply it'd be like one channel that's like a primary channel, and the people that follow that channel begin to interact and other creators come from within it and everything else. And so I don't know what it's going to be called, but this seems like this is beginning to be a sector here. I didn't even know until everything hit the fan and Stephanie spoke out. I didn't know, and I'm gonna shout them out. What's his lady? She shared me. Psychology Eats. She shared my video. It's one dude. I think his name is Moda, the Great Mod, the Great, or something like that. If I hopefully I ain't butcher your name, homeboy. Pro V been out here, and it's several other people. I ain't even know these people. I thought it was just Pro V. But when like, so I'm introduced to all it, so I'm like, yo, this is, I don't know what it's called, but it's a sector at this point. So I just ended up in another sector. I know what I said sent shockwaves because I told the truth. I'm telling the truth, and I got proof. Man, them type of women Gall Raw, the list crawler, them type of women I always think them type of women be on there. The type of woman yeah, he tripping. He tripping. Yeah, but bottom line is, man, like, pipe down, bro. Humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself. Something serious, bro. Humble yourself. Something serious. Yeah. If you gonna claim to be that, then live it, bro. Be who. If you claim you that guy, then be that guy. But don't do things that's inconsistent with that. We shouldn't be having this conversation about you. And like I said, this little, for what it is, this little sector been on fire this week. Everywhere I look, hey, people showing me love, people showing VC love, people showing people Pro V name out here. His of course Gregory, he out here. Everybody name buzzing right now. This been on fire this little week here. Period. But let the record reflect. I ain't here for the clout. So like I said, you could go even before I put out the funny short sort of the past. I did a video on them. The thumbnail got 3 ghosts on it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go find that and add it to that playlist because it's not on that playlist. It's just under my lives. So this is going back when I did that. That was probably about a year ago or a little under a year ago. So there go Dr. Chocolate. That's who interviewed VC with me. Y'all go check out her content and move accordingly. She raunchy over there. That's the raunchy sector. The leader of the raunch, the commander in chief. The way he speaks to people on his channel is unacceptable. I fully agree. I dealt with all the types of abuse in life, and the verbal abuse broke me more. Yeah, words is powerful. Words is power. Words hurt, man. Words, yeah. Especially when it's the truth. It ain't nowhere in the world he been exposed to this, and he watching. He claim he don't. Trust me, he pay attention to this, and it ain't nowhere in the world he ain't feeling this, cause his ass is on the griddle. Yeah, that's him. Mod goat, mod goat, mod the goat. Come with caution. Yeah, words is something else. I could pay a MF to talk to me crazy like he does. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. He real. I don't think like the type of his attitude and the way he talked to people. And the way he deal with people, like he tries to portray him, like I said, he all about portrayal and pretend, playing pretend. I don't think he's happy. He can say that all he wants to and try to act like he's just such in this new space of life and he happy, but you don't act like you happy. Cause happy people don't treat people the way you treat people. You treat people like how miserable you ever run into miserable people and like they always just negative and got something bad to say, talk down, belittle everybody. And happy people don't even operate like that. People who happy and they live in life and they loving their life, they don't operate and move like this dude do. Oh, that's him right there. That's the guy. No, is that the guy? Is that really him? Because you know people be making fake channels. If that is him, then yeah, salute. What up, bro? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. My mother did say that. Yeah, my mother said he think he pretty. Yeah, holding the camera up, stroking his beard in the camera. I said, look at this dude here. And like I said the other day, got all these women in the comments. Oh, you handsome. Oh, you fine. You da, 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 da." And he going and getting a smoker. Won't you just take your pick and go through your comments and strike up some conversations in your comment and get some, you know what I'm saying? Why you go that low, bro? You went low. Yeah, Bod the Goat, he been doing reactions and about the content or whatever. I don't know if you just came on here, but when I came on here to talk about this lawsuit, that was one of the your videos. It's all everybody talking about this lawsuit, but I just came on here to clear the air that ain't even legit paperwork, and YouTube threw it out. YouTube threw it out because that content is not copyrighted. He just trying to stop Pro V from talking, stop and scare everybody from talking. Like he's trying to scare Stephanie. That ain't legit. And especially when you're dealing with like someone alleging that you're doing stuff, the burden of proof is on you. So he has to, in order for him to have a case, he has to be able to prove that he doesn't sell illegal substances, and that's impossible. So it's not like in court they'll be like, okay, Mr. Pro V, how can you prove to us that he's selling this? No, it's the other way around. He has to prove that he doesn't sell it, and it's impossible for him to do that, even if he wasn't selling it. Just in Pro V, I don't know, was it a live or whatever, but Pro V was showing the papers on there. You could look at it and see that it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's not even legit. Even if it was, just go look at. He might got it on his channel. Go. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to because it could have been a live and I don't remember the live. But check his community posts or check if he got a thumbnail. But I know he was on there showing it, and it don't look legit. It looked like something he might know a lawyer or something and had it, and I think it was something that was written in a pen, or Pro V said it was written in a pencil on there. So it was he probably know a lawyer, or I don't know, how he got it to him. He must have know his address, found his I don't know what he did, but it's play. But even if it was real, he has no case because he has to prove that that's not true. And I know personally because I was in a situation where someone, I ain't gonna make you go back. I don't know if you want to watch this live, but I ain't gonna make you go all the way back. But I was in a situation where I was at a job and they alleged something in a report that I made a report against the job, which I did, and other employees, and I went to see a lawyer about it, and I found out the information I just said. He said people can allege whatever they want to say, they can lie on you, they can gossip, they can say whatever they want to, even in the public space, as long as, even if it's not true. And he brought up the Inquirer, how they might say this celebrity was born from aliens and it's something, and they put these people name and pictures, and they can't sue them because they can't prove that they not born from aliens. But you have to, like, if you see with Tasha K and Cardi B, she said Cardi B had an STD, and she owe all that money now because Cardi B simply went to the doctor and got checked up and brought the papers to the court and say, look, I don't got that. Now you owe all this money. So he has to show proof that he and doesn't have a history of dealing illegal substances. Not possible. So that's cap. Even if the paperwork real, whatever lawyer that filed it or is planning to file it is definitely not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He just wasting his money. Whoever wrote the papers up for him. So he can go ahead and go through with that. That's going to be a waste of his time because that's what they're going to tell him in court. I didn't see what you showed unless it was, I don't know, was it the video? Because I had it, I was running my errands. I had the aux plugged in and I was listening. I've caught him on videos definitely serving them for a long time. Truth be told, Shanna Gentry, you can tell, but the videos is not that, like that last one, you can tell dude just went and met somebody and got something and he came with that in his hand. You could tell that that's what it is, but it's not clear enough of footage to be able to say that's what it is. But if you got common sense, if you know, you know. And we've all seen them handoffs and everything. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But I don't think that it'll hold up. Like some people say, I don't know. I'm not sure it'll hold up. You know what I'm saying? It's not like at this point you got to, like, he got to have his hand open and you got to see it in his hand. But oh, he representing himself. The last thing he wants to go to court over anything. This will only put him on the radar with all the info on camera against him. Must be something different than what I posted because Griffin filed a suit with the courts legitimately for copyright infringement. Has an appointment judge also. But and this is what I'm saying. This is the problem with that because that's how YouTube copyrights work. When YouTube, when you file a copyright claim on somebody, you supposed to really have that material copyrighted. That's one of your bases for a counterclaim. Somebody tried to hit me with one, and I said I'm not reacting to no copyrighted material here. I said I did a reaction, a fair use reaction to something that was posted, and they dropped it. Pro V's copyright got dropped because it's not copyrighted. So I'm trying to understand how he filed a lawsuit for copyrighted material because YouTube would have struck Pro V or took for or took him down. They dropped it. They continually drop it. He been doing this, striking copyrights on him for a while. I don't know, but we got same thing with Jay Z. What with Jay Z? What's the beef with Pro V? I don't know. I don't know what Pro V. I never caught Pro V from the beginning. When Pro V came on my radar, he was he was on Gregory Top. He was on Ghost Top, and I noticed he was always on his top. So I was a mod on Ghost Channel at the time. So I went over there. That's how me and him first spoke. Was I went over there and asked him like, why you? And I should have known then that Ghost be having problems with people, I guess, being on people channel he don't like, because I think Pro V said, "Oh, why you? Somebody let you." He said something to me as to effect of, "Oh, I'm surprised you here, cause Greg da 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 da." And I said in the comments, or I don't know, was it him or was somebody else in his comments said that to me, and I said I move about freely, like I do what I want to do. Don't nobody control where I go on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And but I remember asking him, why you doing all this and that. But we didn't really have a long back and forth. It just was, I said that night. He never blocked me. And then I came back a few times, and when he was doing lives, like when Shay did the interview and she was saying he was trying to, she said that too. He was trying to give her something other than cash, and was trying to, have another level of relationship dealings with her. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. I was there for that, and I every now and then I would pop in and listen to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing on here be with anybody, even in my sector. I ain't got no problem with nobody that don't got no problem with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to explain later. Too much to type. Okay. They had beef on Greg. Oh, okay. Bill Bong. I didn't know that. So they had Pro V and Greg had it out. Okay. See, I never knew that. Penalized if unsubstantiated frivolous claims soon. Yeah, because if you know about copywriting, eh, yeah, if he had it copyright, that's what I'm confused about. If he had it copyrighted, they would have took Pro V down by now. Pro V channel would have been gone. This channel that he got, look every day, and he putting he putting a copyright claim on this man every week or two, and a lot of people won't have content. Yeah, Greg blocked him. Won't have a channel without the edits. He exploited all relative. Yeah, like I said, Pro V might want his channel gone. That might be his motivation. I don't know his motivation. We like I said, I didn't catch him from the beginning, and I don't know if that night he said it. I don't remember him saying like what it was or whatever. But yeah, once for copyright, he thinks he can do it again. Yeah, yeah, you got to be careful. See, that's why they can't get me. They can't get me because I don't use nobody content. Every time I tried to do a reaction or something, I don't know if I did it wrong. I remember when they did the wrap up. Was that the 2024 or wrap up, or the 2023 wrap up? When Uncle Murder had, how he do the wrap up every year. Did he do it? I reacted to that, and I was the first one on YouTube with the reaction to it. And for some reason, they took mine down, and everyone else's stayed. I'm like, why is it? Because I felt like I should have got them views. I was the first one with it, with a reaction to it. They did me like that. Um, and then another one was somebody, I was reacting to their music, you know, and that was the reason I told you to. I said this is not copyrighted material that I'm reacting to. So how I'm getting a copyright strike? That's simply what I said. I said I'm just doing a fair use reaction to some music, and they threw it. They tossed it. So you really and truly and honestly, you can, as a YouTube creator, vast majority of these people don't got. You know how much money this man put out so many videos a day. The vast majority of these creators don't got they content copyrighted. So if they do hit you with a copyright strike, a lot of people just don't know. You can just go ahead and counterclaim that. You know what I'm saying? That stuff don't be copyrighted. This Pro V second channel, hard bill. Once for copyright, think he do it again. That's why I just steer clear of them. Yeah, I don't know what's up. This is an odd little situation. If this the truth, but cause I don't know how it works as far as these reactions, and that's why I don't even mess with it. I steer clear of it. So when somebody dealing with me on here going back and forth, they be stuck like Chuck, cause you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna take your content, so you ain't gonna be able to strike me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna take your content, and I know how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I tried to help him with his first channel with copyright, but I was too late. Oh, okay. Mm. Okay, that's interesting. Like I said, I didn't know that. So I didn't know that he had used to be on Ghost Channel. But everybody ain't making this stuff up. People is he's offending. It ain't just me. He's offended several people. He's managed to offend several people. And these addicts you interviewing and these people that's watching these videos is your support base. That's what's putting money in your pocket. If they can watch us content and support it and everything else, then they should be able to have an opinion. So you can't get mad because somebody gonna tell the truth. You yourself don't agree with everything that you see and hear and witness or know about. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different. So if they saying, "Hey man, why are you doing this to the people?" Yeah, why are you? You know what I'm saying? They got a legit. That's a part of the game. That's why they got a comment section. Everything that gets said in it ain't gonna be to your liking. I remember when Bill Bong, I was the first mod. And then there was another dude, I forgot his name. He was the second mod. Cause he was on there and they was like, Ghost, you need a mod. He was like, I don't know how to do it. I don't it was his first time going live. And I said, just press this and that. And he did it right when I said it. And then next thing you know, I get the thing pop up on the screen. I was VC first mod too. Same thing. I showed them both how to make mods. Yeah, he just finally uh he just made a habit of deleting all my comments because they was, I guess they was stinging his ass. You know what I'm saying? I was stinging him with them comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how I talk real blunt, so I guess it was hitting him a whole nother way because he would delete my comments and I come back like, where my comment? And I see other people that wasn't agreeing with him, but they just wasn't wording and stuff how I was wording, and they comments was still up there. So I'm like, why he deleting mine? So he didn't finally block me until like he found out in the end that he don't like Fatanya for helping VC. So then he found out, I guess, me, Fatanya, and VC knew each other or whatever, and then Fatanya was messing with him and sending him send him a dollar, send him messing with him and all this stuff. And she was sending me the money to send to him because she didn't know how to deal with Cash App and stuff. So he was telling me like send it to cat no super chats. I meant to say he telling me send the money cash app because I guess he didn't want YouTube having none of the money, and I just kept sending it. She was like, "No, send it super chat." So I just kept sending them super chats. Whenever I guess she was doing it to like fuck with him, like my bad, damn. Let me trying to watch my profanity to mess with him or whatever. But he got a gripe against Fatanya for because he found out Fatanya was supporting people on his channel. Like she wanted to help out people, and he wanted everything. He didn't want to help them. He wanted all the money coming through him. And then he found out because Fatanya know people out there too. So he found out that she had relationships with people he knew and was helping out people that was on the channel. She had helped people out. Like she got in touch with them because she know people. I guess she lived out there, was out there, whatever ended up happening. And that's how he started a beef with her over that. So that's why I'm like, you don't want nobody to have nothing. How you gonna control somebody else's money and then want somebody else to not help out? You want the money to go through you. You don't want nobody to get a dollar. Well, you want the money to go through you so you can keep it. I done seen people ask him on the channel, how can I send, these people, their addresses, their phone numbers and everything, because you get in contact with them to do their videos. And I done seen people asking you, how can I donate to him? How can I donate to her? I want to send her some clothes and all this and that. He want everything to go through him. He don't want to connect them with people. So either because you don't want them to benefit financially or receive something, or by chance spill the beans about something. So you trying to keep separation and division going. So yeah, he done stepped on plenty of toes. So I'm not gonna sit here and say nobody doing nothing wrong. It's a couple. Don't be trying to act like this dude is not no victim out of the whole real right and uncut channel. He is not no victim. He far from a victim. These people got legitimate gripes, and he done stepped on people's toes. So they reaction to him being exposed is natural. They like see you like to see somebody get a taste of their own medicine. You know what I'm saying? If you fall down and somebody busts out and laugh, you know what I'm saying, at you hurting you, falling down and hurting yourself, how you think you gonna feel when they fall down and hurt themselves? You ain't gonna come and say, "Oh, are you okay?" You gonna laugh, say, "Now, yep, now look at you, ha ha." Yeah, that's that. And that's all. They having a ha ha moment. Let them have it. Officer Gregory, y'all seen that New Jack City short I made about him? He don't want it with me. I'm too crafty, bro. He don't want it. My mind worked too fast. I had 10 ideas in my head at one time. I know the next 10 things I'm gonna say about him. The next 10 shorts. He don't want to. I see. That's how I ain't got it. I'm gonna leave Pro Vita shutting his channel down. I ain't after him to shut his channel down because I watch the channel. But the point is, I am gonna joke on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna joke on you, and I'm gonna I'm gonna speak the truth. Cause people be giving they take on stuff, but they be holding back. I don't hold back. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna say what the business is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it how it's supposed to be done. Right. Consequences for every action. Yeah, don't never cross me. I'm not the person. I'm not the one to cross. Yeah, cause I'm gonna joke on you. We all can have fun. It's all YouTube. You content, bro. You stepped on my toes and you became content. For I don't know until because when I put out the first little batch of content, I chilled out on you for some months or whatever, and then now I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I put all the facts in Chat GPT, and it concluded that Greg is an informant. That's post worthy right there. Yeah, something, man. Come on, man. Like, and this was getting me. This has been my motivation. Everybody playing crazy. Stop playing crazy, man. Stop playing crazy. Stop playing crazy. That man working, bro. That's what I'm saying. Who he was talking to one dude. I think it was a young dude on one of them videos. It might have been a dude. It might have been my first time seeing him, but I ain't seen him since. Um, and they was talking about jail. He was like, "Oh, I went to here. I went to here. I went to there." And like, so you know how in prison they be moving you around. And none of them. I remember Googling. Them ain't no Fed jails. Unless he just was before he did the time in the feds, he had been to like a state situation before. Cause them jails he was naming wasn't no fed jails. But I know sometimes that just be the slang. Cause when I was down in Florida, I remember a dude that was doing some dealing and he got caught up in the whole pill situation where they was, you know, having the scripts and all this and that. It was a bunch of them that was doing that, having the pills going and everything. And some people I was around was like related to him, so they come one day, and I don't care. I didn't even care. You know, I'm blood raw. I'm just no holds barred. So they made me mad. My reaction to because me and him didn't like each other anyway. But you know, some dude come like, oh, the feds just got so and so. Man, I damn near jumped down his throat. I said the feds. I said, man, ain't no feds got that. I ain't even need to know. I knew he wasn't no big time dude like that. So I'm like, man, ain't no feds got that you know what I'm saying? I say he ain't no fed. I said, who you think he is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no fed. And it turned out right. It was regular detectives, regular state case. You know what I'm saying? Then later on, I went on to hear other people get raided. They was just calling that the feds. They were just like, oh, you got your door kicked. Oh, the feds kicked the door in. That just was how they was describing it. So he could just be doing that because that was in Florida. He could just be saying that because them jails you said ain't no Fed jail, bro. I don't think he big like that. He ain't no big time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The level of comfort is like dizzying. It's astounding. Like the way he go about it. Like I said on the last video, like he done walked up on two, three, four occasions, and KD in the back seat, and it's an undercover handoff. And I'm like, bro, you literally started the video, took 4 or 5 steps, and made this handoff. I'm like, why didn't you just make the handoff and then hit record? It's just stupid carelessness. And I'm like, ain't no, you got to be the dumbest dealer in the history of dealing. That's a level of comfort unheard of. How in the world do you do that? When he interviewed that Mexican dude recently, in the background, you could see all what was going on in the car. Mexican dude, I got to go back and look. I got to go back and look. But the level of comfort that he has in doing what he's doing is like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it ain't he can't be worried about going to jail. You the first dealer in history that ain't that suppose that ain't telling. Now you made a notice how they said you gave this for interviews and you jumped up and debunked that, made a video towards Stephanie. You ain't jumping up making no videos debunking and denying about being with these dope fiends, women. You ain't jumped up and made no video about being no informant. You ain't denying that, but you jumped up denying that you giving that for video. Are you not supposed to be engaged? Debunk that. Yeah, it's like that's crazy. I'm like, man, that is so stupid the way he do stuff. When like I've seen it at time, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why did you? Like I said, like turn the camera on and do it. Like, or just wait till the video done with. Everything filming everything, but the guy he was. Oh, okay, yeah, that man. Somebody said left in one of my comments said that's how he doing it. That's how he's doing the telling. You double doing. You know what I'm saying with the um with the um with the you know the under the guise of I'm making these videos with these people. Might be filming some extra stuff too. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's been rumors about his relationship with Mike. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right with him and Mike right now. I don't know what it is, but Mike dropped that little subliminal. Yeah, I thought a lot of people was my friends. And Mike knows something. Might have did some work on Mike. Might have told something on Mike. He might have told some of the, you know, he might have put in some work on Magic Mike. Cause Magic Mike ain't acting right. Mike ain't as warm. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, look, they didn't even want to let him in the trailer. Something went on. He walked into the trailer. What they told you keep you outside? What they told you don't let me in? You know I'm good to going in, right? They didn't even want to let him in. They had Mike outside like the top flight security, and Mike half laughing and he giggling, playing along with, but they didn't want him around. They don't seem like they want him around much lately. They just tolerating him. You know what I'm saying? Might have got Mike doing some time. Either way, man, these people got POs and everything like that. You know they probably watching the channel. The whole town watching the channel. The people saying that people giving them money and coming up, taking pictures with them and everything else. Why you think the PO something different? He might got, you know what I'm saying? And you know Mike don't like him because Penelope said that Mike was talking about him and said he had pile drive Ghost or something. Penelope told it that, and Mike and Ghost was like she or something. He said Penelope told him that he was saying it. They don't like him, man. Where he got 800 from? And he the type that don't want nobody to get no money. So that's what he was doing. I knew he was being at them motels all hours of the night talking about your son. He done did videos. Um I remember he was out there one night. Beretta was out there and KD. It might have been about 2 in the morning. What he doing there? But he was staying in the motels, and you know he probably it ain't nowhere in the world. You know what they was doing at the motels? They ain't doing nothing but tricking and smoking and everything else. And he the type that probably was up there because motels is a hotbed. Cheap motels is a hotbed for drug activity and prostitution anyway. Probably be other people up there doing stuff, probably getting them in trouble, turning them in. He don't fool me. Udi. Yeah, he's scared of Udi. Yeah, he be up there late. That last video with Jessica, I think when he came in there, he said it was 11 or 12:30 at night. That's why I said he was the last one that saw her. And then he was over there 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. He went live over there. Was he live or was he? Whatever it was early in the morning, bright and early in the morning. It was very early in the morning, and he was the first one over there. And I always wanted to know who found Jessica, how he knew. Who found Jessica, or who knew? Why was he right there and knew exactly what happened the next day? That was just an odd situation for me. I got my theories too. All of it is odd. Newest members, yet he said, "You've been on my camera 4 times already." Yeah, yeah. Like that never sat right how late he went to the room, and them rumors was already out then. They just wasn't getting talked about as loud as they are now. You know what I'm saying? They kind of went under the radar a little bit. They didn't go under the radar. Pro V was always keeping it in your face, but now it's louder than ever because there's several people talking about it. But he was over there late, and then he was the first one over there in the morning. He had the whole scoop. It seemed to me like he went over there and the one that found her, because he was outside. The ambulances everywhere and the cops. He knew right away, man. I'm telling you, that video was probably about 7 or 8 o'clock. It was bright and early in the morning. So if you left there, you showed up and did the video, because I remember him saying, making reference to the time. If you showed up and you did the video 11:30, 12:30 at night, and then you back over there at 7 o'clock in the morning, you got the whole scoop. Who found her? Was she with somebody? Oh, what happened? How you know? And you was right there on the scene. I know you was probably living that day. He was bouncing around at motels, but how you knew it was her? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I ain't seen Beretta neither. That's another one on too much fool with him. She just get her a little money. She don't be even Beretta don't even be somewhat interested in what he talking about. Beretta be looking in the mirror and everything else. She don't even hardly laugh at nothing he say. Like, yeah, yeah, let me get this money. Like, that's it. Just give me my money. He one of the reasons why that motel shut down. To me, in my opinion, you definitely assisted with it. You know what I'm saying? And you had him on the scene doing videos, having ones come from other places and meet you over there to do video. He just turned that whole thing into what he wanted to turn it into. Yeah. A lot of them people ain't looking right. I don't know what it like I said, them people know something. When Marley talked to him a certain type of way, and it leads me to think that though the rumors are out there of his methods of payment, of course they got that. But Marley got something extra because he not willing to engage in no verbal spat with Marley for some reason. He'll get mad and talk to anybody any kind of way, but certain ones he don't engage with them like that. Marley got something on him. You know how you do a backhand wave, like whatever, like you dismissive, like be gone. Marley he be talking. Marley be like, man, whatever, whatever, man, fuck the cussing that and everything. And he be talking, oh, you can't be cussing. Marley say anything, she would do whatever she. And he, soon as he say something, she jump down his throat. I'm like, that's somebody got something on you. You supposed to be such a tough guy, street dude. She got something on him. He under pressure. He don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? He might have he might have he might have munched on us. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? She got the, oh yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And be done told it on camera. That video never, he'd be a good editor that day. That won't never come out. Yeah, that was a while ago though. That was a long time ago. And even when he ran his mouth, it wasn't like a cuss out. It wasn't like how he normally cuss people out. You know what I'm saying? But that was a while ago. I remember them having it out one time, but he definitely watched the way he talked lately. And you know they probably be threatening him like, I tell the police, da, da, da. There ain't no telling what they, something ain't right. And then word on the street is that the work that was getting paid, that the work garbage. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage work. Some people wanted the cash. They were like, man, this is garbage. You trying to pay us with garbage. You know what I'm saying? Shay said that when she did she was on Pro V channel. That ain't just me speculating and saying that was she said. So we got Shay. Tracy said she heard about it. Stephanie telling you. I got what I know personally. You know what I'm saying? And, man, that's why I said I ain't saying no allegedly about nothing. I'm just not saying certain words because I'm trying to somewhat keep all that off this channel. You know what I'm saying? So he bought that on himself, man. Like it ain't nowhere in the world. If I knew a bunch of people knew my business, I'm gonna watch what I say to them, how I talk to them, and everything, just like he doing with Marley. If I knew everybody knowing my business, I ain't stepping on no toes. You know what I'm saying? Why you all you because you step on everybody's toes, all you gonna do is put yourself out there. That Ray Nathan special. Ray Nathan. This is the flavor that we savor up here, neighbor. That's the second time Ray Nathan came. That's what I told him on that other live, and I was talking to, you know, this is the flavor that we savor up here, neighbor. Yeah, Sugar Hill. I just referenced that in another live a couple weeks, week and a half ago. I got it on DVD, matter of fact. This is the flavor that we savor up here, neighbor. Ah! Yeah, we gonna cam up next time. I got the voice box on. Sometime I go back and forth from camming up to the voice box. Y'all can just put y'all earplugs in, clean your house or whatever it is you're doing, roll your little gas or go on about your business, cook, wash dishes, and listen. Appreciate y'all stopping through here though, man. I really appreciate it. Double tap on the screen, hit that like button for me if you didn't do so already. Big IV, big four by the people for the people. And this is the For the Real Only channel. Like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. It's not a game. It's not a test. It's the real thing. This is what his channel is supposed to be. This for the real only. He called his real right and uncut, but ain't no keeping it real whatsoever going on that mother at all. Same. Yep. Oh man, time flies when you know what I'm saying. 2 hours and 10 minutes in. I got everything I need. I need to get done, accomplished. I'm about to figure out what my night gonna be like. What time is it? 7:32. 7:32 over here on the East Coast, man. Where y'all from, man? Since we got a lot of new people on here, let- let's get us a roll call on here, man. Cause I'm coming to you from New Jersey. I see we got ATL in here. We got North Carolina in here. Denver, Colorado in here. We got a lot of people in the bushes though, ain't tapped in. Tampa, what's up, Tampa in the building? Arkansas, okay, okay. So we got down south, East Coast, West Coast. Yep. Who in here from the Midwest? Who in here from the Midwest? We trying to go nationwide with it. Philly, okay. Salute to Philly. Yeah, we do. We always do a roll call every live. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we be international with it. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. You know, we went over again just like the other day. You know what I'm saying? Kalamazoo. Where is that again? Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo. OG Digital. What's up with it? St. Louis, they go Midwest right there. Okay, we nationwide. We nationwide with it. Michigan, okay. I knew it was somewhere in the Midwest. Yeah. So yeah, we went over Monday too. And we definitely went over today. But we gonna do a marathon one of these. You know what I'm saying? And everybody welcome to tap in. I'm gonna fire up the old stream yard between Detroit and Chicago. Okay. All right, salute. Do a marathon. Everybody invited. You know what I'm saying? Even Gregory, but he'll never come on here and face me. He'll never come on here and face me. But everybody in this, whatever this is lining up to be, can tap in. Come on the panel. Oh yeah, another game night, right? Trivia. We could put it together. Y'all want to set it up? Yeah, we yeah. Oh yeah, for y'all that's on here, we do trivia nights too. We did the sitcoms, we did movies. So we either gonna do one of them again or music or something like that. And cash for Cash App or whatever, cash prizes. So we usually open up a pot. You know what I'm saying? And so we started. Okay, say if we have a pot going for 2 or 3 weeks, and then we might come on here like, all right, it's 400 in the pot, 500 in the pot, or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then I put together questions. You know what I'm saying? I don't make it super duper easy though. I do, but I do add a little fun to it. You know what I'm saying? And then I go in and I ask the questions. You get it right. Long you drop your cash app. If you ain't got cash app, you can donate it back to the channel or pick someone to send it to or whatever you want to do. But that's what we do. And we got different levels of questions. Some of them, some of them pay 10, some of them pay 25, some of them pay 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the difficulty. So yeah, y'all be looking out for that too, man. Hit that notification bell over here and stay tapped in, cause I can start putting it together whenever everybody ready, and whoever wanna contribute to the pot for the game as well. We all put in on the pot. Real right and uncut trivia. You know what I'm saying? Then we gonna do that and spread a little love around. You know what I'm saying? Couple dollar, couple dollar. See where everybody be know, what everybody, what I'm saying? Knowledge at. I think we better. I might have to go back on them sitcoms. Everybody did better with the sitcoms than with the movies, though. I feel the movie one was definitely more challenging. Couple, couple dollar. Yep. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna start putting it together. I'm gonna start putting it together, and then I'm gonna start putting some questions together. I may start on it this week. Then we gonna open up the pot. Probably had a pot open a couple weeks or so to somebody contribute. And since it's the end of March now, might go ahead and pull it off the end of April. So you'll know. Just look out. Like I said, hit that notification bell, because usually I put out a short. So I'll put out a short or something, and you'll see, oh, such and such trivia this night at this time, and we gonna fire that joint up, and everybody gonna be up in here. And what we do, uh, I got a feeling it's gonna be a lot of people playing this time too. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Tapping in with me. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and see what's up for the night, man. Appreciate everybody. Don Hun, Napoleon, Rodney B, P Beast came through. Haitian Red, OG Digital Dre, Nair, S5U, salute. Where the beef? What's up, JD Hill came through. We had Dr. Chocolate came through. Stay hydrated. Mod the Goat fell through. Just me. Thank you for coming by. Bill Bong. Salute Bill Bong. Just scrolling up here. I don't want to miss nobody. We is grateful. Hopefully I don't butcher up no names or nothing like that. It's only two in the eye still. Double tap on the screen if you didn't do so already for me before you get up out of here. Shina Gentry. Appreciate you coming through. Superstar Fion came through. Salute. Tracy Bell. Salute Tracy Bell came through. No Pants Dance 406. Salute the No Pants Dance. Fell through. Yep. Derek Booker, KC Butterfly. Salute KC Butterfly, Derek Booker. Honey, appreciate you. Aki John, salute. One take on the track, salute the one take. Appreciate you coming through. Y'all go check out one take on the track. Making them beats. Adam Carla Comatizer. Hope I didn't say that wrong. I appreciate you coming through. Salute Lisa Ann, the old chum. Thank you for coming through. Yes, sir. Fatanya. Salute to Fatanya. OG Fatanya Mitchell. Misunderstood 5. Appreciate you. And that was it right there. So we signing off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy y'all evening. Stay tapped in. Period. Yeah, right. Not just for the trivia nights. Stay tapped in. Period. And we ain't done with this boy right here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do that. And check out the content, man. Check out the content. Like I said, the Adventures of Stu playlist. That's where I got a funny cartoons on one of my haters. And all the ghost content is in the Adventures of Stu, STU. If you check out my page, go to the playlist and type in that. Also, I got a cooking channel for those of y'all that don't know. I got some cooking videos on here too, but I got a cooking channel. We building our watch hours on. I'm been demonetized on here, but I'm building my watch hours back on here and the cooking channel. But it's called Chef Fo, CHEFFO. You know what I'm saying? We about 1,600, almost 1,700 subs in over there too. So check that out too, man. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Peace.